Okay, welcome everybody to the Enlace Annual Review and Officer Transfer of Power. As you know, every year about this time, we want to give our membership just an overview as to what we've done up to now and what the newborn or what the new executive committee will be planning on doing for the next few months. So we're going to get started. Um, but as always, first, we're going to do the vision and the mission. The vision is to enhance social capital within the Latinx community in the Charlotte metro area. The mission is to develop and strengthen connections through information, collaboration, and partnership with organizations and leaders who serve the Latinx community. So, first of all, my name is Maura Chavez. I apologize. I always forget to introduce myself, but I'm going to go over what we did this past year. As you know, every month, we have a speaker. So in August, we had the speaker from the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department to do a safety awareness training, which, by the way, if you would like to do that, please let us know because it seems like that training is now in Spanish. In September, we had a new year come in and present about the teenage and family dynamics. October, we had information from the Charlotte Center for Legal Advocacy on open enrollment and the public charge and their benefits. In November, we had two things going on. First, we had our first resource hub fair, where that is like something where we ask the memberships to come in and kind of share information with other organizations in the community about what their organization does. It was a pretty good affair, and hopefully we're going to be able to do that or either do it virtually sometime soon. November the 20th, we had the North Carolina Migrant Education Program. That was very informative, and it kind of tells us what our fellow organizations in the surrounding counties are doing. In December, December's always been busy for us. So first of all, December the 3rd, we had our Census 2020 Latinx Complete Count Committee meetings, but also we had two events, and these two events are something that we're real proud of, and we like to always see it grow bigger and bigger every year. First of all, on December the 4th, we had our Latino Senior Holiday Breakfast. This is where the executive board, and in fact, any members that are willing to come down to the Sharon Recreation Center, to come out and kind of give a little bit of joy to the Latina seniors. It's amazing to see how every year they're very much anticipating and wanting to see how we come in. We provide them free breakfast. We give them gifts that are donated to us. And we always have that entertainment piece. That entertainment piece is the piece that everybody always loves. Also in December, we had our Enlace membership holiday celebration. This is where we recognize our speakers for the year. We provide them a little token of our appreciation and give them certificate. But it's also a good way just for the holidays, just to come together and just to see everybody before the new year. In January, Natalie.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So this year, we had on January 15, we had the Rosie Crompton and Integration Health Coaching. And she did a presentation about how to, about the quality assurance and quality improvement at Development Disability Resources, DDR. Next slide, Maura.
And in February, we had the Allegro Foundation. Now, this is a foundation, is a nonprofit organization that combines instruction with medical and education experience for those children that are, have certain disabilities or not able to do certain things. But this foundation, what they have done is actually kind of enhance their ability and teaching the children and just giving them another outlet for the kids.
On March, Alicia was representing Enlace at the International Women's Day celebration at the Midway Cultural Center, where we celebrate the Women's Day.
Also in March, we had the Charlotte Center for Legal Advocacy come out and do another update with the public charge rule. And in April, that is when we started our virtual Facebook live meetings each month. And this one, we kind of, because of the situation that we've had in the community with COVID-19, what we've done is always try to find organizations or resources for the community and for other organizations. This one, to kick it off, we basically wanted to give out information about the COVID-19 and what type of resources are there. So we were able to have Atrium Health, 311 Services, the Charlotte Neighborhood Services, and the police department. And we were lucky enough to have this Facebook Live session in English in the morning and a Spanish section in the afternoon.
Then in May, we continue with our virtual presentations and through Facebook Live. And on May, we did a financial assistance with Commonwealth, Charlotte, and Prospera, where they teach us how, like all the resources, like the financial resources that the community has during this COVID-19 crisis. Also on May 27, we did a presentation about housing resources and information. And this one was regarding landlord-tenant laws and housing laws.
In June, we continued our COVID-19 resource, but this one was specifically for the NC Care 360. This is a networking system for healthcare providers, well, actually for any organization, to kind of help with this whole situation of COVID-19 and where we can find the resources for there. So Michaela was able to come on and provide great resources and great information for our members. Now, achievements. What did we do this year that we were really proud of? We've done several things that we're real proud of this year. First of all, we did our rebranding. Hopefully at the meetings, you have noticed that we have now a new retractable banner, which has made the branding effort that we are trying to do very successful. And we also have these informational business cards. I mean, these are little business cards that we're able to give out to anybody and hand out to our members, so that if you see anybody that might be a potentially good member or would really benefit from coming to the meetings, you're able to provide them information about Enlace. And of course, our new brochures that have the new logo, have the very concise, very updated information and everything. Also this year, since Census 2020 started this year, that was something that we really wanted to embrace. So what we did, Enlace took the leadership of creating the Latinx Complete Count Committee. We've led and hosted about 9 meetings up to now. They haven't stopped yet. We're continually doing it. We had to take a pause due to the COVID-19 situation. But we've done a lot of collaboration with Met Counts 2020. We were able to host and collaborate with a minority census training specific for how we can communicate with our community and what information our community really truly want to hear, so that way they can be encouraged to fill out the census. And of course, on January 16th, we had the kickoff event at the Midwood International Culture Center. We were able to have people come out, learn about the census. We had some of our partners there. We were there with Action NC, who was also taking a good effort trying to get people to fill out the census. Right now, we have an ongoing challenge to everybody. Hopefully you have seen this on our Enlace Facebook page. that if you fill out the census and you provide a photo and upload it to our Facebook page, and tag us, we might be able to provide you with a gift card. And several people have taken advantage of this, and this will be a great way for both bringing awareness and also encouraging people. Now, the effort for the census 2020 has not stopped. As you know, it has been delayed. The census deadline has been extended to October. So we're continuing to partner up with other organizations to do these caravans. The caravans are basically where we drive through the neighborhood, blowing our horn, having music on, and just getting you excited, getting the community excited about the census. So you happen to look out your window and you see a bunch of cars driving down the street with all this information about census, please come out and just wave at us and just let us know that you've heard our message.
And as Maura was mentioned before, since this COVID-19 crisis started, we had to switch to virtual meetings like everyone else, and we didn't stop. So on April, we had a really good impression in our first Facebook Live. We have more than 1,000 impressions and more than 500 people view or watch our video. During the Spanish version of that meeting, we also had a good impression. During the May meeting, we have more than 500 impressions and more than 200 people watched the video. For the housing resources, we have 1,600 impressions and a total view of 483 people watched the video. And for the NC Cares information, 258 people watched the video. What makes our Facebook likes going up and also our followers. So please, if you are watching right now, I encourage you to like our Facebook page or share with your friends and family so they can like our Facebook and be a follower.
Now, Elizabeth's going to talk about the membership and other revenue generating items. Elizabeth?
Yes, good morning. Our membership, as you know, last year we switched and we create different levels. Those levels are the bonding level, that is 50 per year, and you have access to the Belmont Center to use up to 3 community events per year, access to the Enlace Resource Hub to market organizational events and updates, network with more than 50 organizations and nonprofits serving the community, and access to our annual holiday celebration. The next level is the bridging level, that is 35 per year, and you have access to the Enlace Resource Hub to market organizational events and updates, network with more than 50 organizations, and the annual community celebration. And you have the other one, the last one, that is the Lincoln level, that is 20 per year. And this is a level meant to be for individual community leaders, church leaders, or persons wanting to build social capital within the Latinx community. With this level, you have access to the Enlace Resource Hub, and you have the possibility to do the network with the organizations. You are also part of our annual holiday celebration. Our membership have grown from 2016, 2017 to last year, 2019, 2020 in the 62%. It means that for the fiscal year 2019-2020, we had a total of 60 organizations. 14 of them were on the bonding level, 34 were on the bridging level, and 12 organizations were on the Lincoln level.
Also, this year, what we did is we've taken a step, and some people think it's a drastic step for Enlace since we are a networking group. We went ahead and tried our luck on applying some grants. We have been lucky enough to apply for the Jumpstart micro grant, and we were awarded there. We have been receiving money from the Target Cyber Grants and a donation from Your Cause LLC. We also were able and fortunate enough to be awarded the Census Outreach grants from both Blueprint North Carolina and Planned Parenthood. That is the funds that we use to provide the incentives for filling out the census and participating in various activities. And we also, due to the COVID-19, we were one of the recipients for the Jumpstart Stimulus Grant. This year, we have gone ahead and applied once again for the Jumpstart Grant for a project that we're calling Different Shades, One Voice, and it's been approved. This is going to provide us the opportunity to do some dialogue with our community down in the Airwood Nations Ford area, the southwest part of town that is highly Hispanic based. So that way we can kind of provide services down there. Also this year, we are looking at 2 other grants. The Unite Charlotte, the purpose for that grant is going to be our marketing initiative that we have always kind of dreamed of. Hopefully with the funds that we get from Unite Charlotte, we're going to make that reality. And that's going to be basically, you know, enhancing our website, making sure that our website is up to date, and providing some type of unique way of communicating with all of the organizations. And lastly, we have applied for, once again, the NC Counts Census Outreach Grant in hopes that we provide more funding so that we can continue our outreach. Now, what is it? Go ahead, sorry.
So what are the expectations for 2020, 2021? So as Maura and I mentioned it before, Maura, if you can go to the next slide, please. We are gonna start for the remaining of the year. And due to the crisis for the COVID-19, we're gonna keep doing our Facebook Live. And unfortunately, we cannot meet in person right now, but you know that you can watch us and be on your phone, whatever you need, and with all the information. So just like us on Facebook and go to Enlace.Charlotte. So you can watch every presentation and all the information that we provide every month. Now, for donations, now while you're shopping at Amazon, which sincerely I'm very familiar with Amazon. I think with this crisis, we all become like a virtual shoppers. So now you have an opportunity to, while you shop at Amazon, you also will contribute with Enlace Vision and Mission. So just have to go to smile.amazon.com/ch/27-0099259. And then you can select the organizations that you want to support as the Latin American Council of Charlotte, in parentheses Enlace, and you can just make it as a your non-profit when you buy stuff in Amazon, and that way you will help us to contribute to all the amazing projects that we have for the future.
Good morning. Good morning, Enlace. Good morning, Facebook. I am Alicia Emmons. I was the previous Health Committee Chair for Enlace, and I'm going to be talking to you briefly today about the Enlace board. So you're going to learn a bit about the board structure, and you're also going to learn how to get involved in the board. So there's 2 parts to the board, which are the community committees and the executive board. So I'm going to talk to you about the different parts of each of those. If you're interested in being a part of the community committees, you must be an Enlace member, linking, bridging, or bonding, and you must have attended at least 70% of the Enlace general meetings for the prior fiscal year. And if you're interested in being an officer of the executive board, you must have been a member of the board of directors or community committees for 1 year and attended 70% of meetings for the previous year. Board elections were not held in June as they typically are. That was due to COVID-19. And because of this, we're still receiving applications for community chair positions, and voting ballots are expected to be sent out to Enlace members virtually before July 20th. So officers on the executive board, they serve a 2-year term, and there are 4 positions on the executive board. And those positions are the chair, vice chair, treasurer, and secretary. So if you have been a member of Enlace, you are already familiar with the executive board for the 2020-2021 year. If you are a new member, we look forward to getting to know you. The chair is Natalie, vice chair is myself, Alicia, treasurer is Elizabeth, and the secretary is Mara. So congratulations to the executive board, and if you get a chance, thank them for donating their time to the responsibilities of each of these positions. Okay, according to the bylaws adopted in April 2018, the purpose of the community committees is to be a source of information and education and serve as a networking and collaborative resource to the community without providing direct organizational services to the community. All right. So the community committees include civic engagement, communication, cultural, education, economic development, faith, health, and public safety. So there are responsibilities that come with serving as the chair of these committees. One of the responsibilities is developing 3 yearly goals for the committee. This is where you really get to be creative and have fun. This could take the form of a workshop, a fair, festival, newsletter, video. It's really open to your own creative ideas. Of course, the pandemic has created obstacles with in-person events, but I'm excited to see the creative solutions that our board comes up with for their annual goals. And the committee chairs also provide a potential speaker for the monthly membership meeting. Our general membership is always very helpful in recommending speakers to board members. But lastly, as I mentioned, the board members must attend at least 70% of both monthly board meetings and monthly general membership meetings.
Thank you, Alicia. Now, a lot of people, especially our members, are always asking, how do I become a speaker? I have a good my organization has good information. I want the membership, I want the community to know more about what I'm doing or what my organization is doing. The easiest way to do is to please send us an email at enlacecharlotte@gmail.com with your name and topic. And what we'll do is we will forward that message to the appropriate community committee, and they will look at it and kind of have some dialogue with you to make sure, you know, what are you wanting to present? How would that be? And like Alicia said, it doesn't necessarily have to be a presentation at a monthly meeting. Due to COVID, with this whole new virtual atmosphere that we are expanding to, we can always jump on Facebook Live and do something. It's something that's actually even more beneficial for our members, because as you know, anything on the internet stays on the internet. So this is a good way to keep information out there. Now, what the main purpose of these our presentation is always to, you know, provide useful and accurate information. So please make sure, you know, it doesn't have to be something long lasting. It can be something, you know, right now specific for COVID or something, and we'll try to work it in. So again, always, if you have an idea, email us at enlacecharlotte@gmail.com, and we'll be more than happy to provide information and just have a discussion with you to find out. Okay, I don't know if we have any questions or anything about. I'm going to go ahead and stop the presentation so we can see the board. Hold on. And there you go. So right now you are looking at our current board. Alicia, as she said, she is now the vice chair. I have moved into the position of a secretary. And Natalie is the new chair. and Elizabeth is the treasurer. So please, if you ever have any questions, reach out to us and let us know. Also, if you'd like to become a member, if this is your first time hearing about Enlace, best way is just to email us at enlacecharlotte@gmail.com. Girls, do you have anything you want to say?
Yeah, I actually want to thank everyone that is watching right now and that I know that it will share all this information with your network. But I also want to encourage some of the organizations that are now members of Enlace for the past year to think or to encourage them to apply for be a board chair member. We actually, as Alicia mentioned it, we didn't have elections on May or June because of this crisis, but we want to have you on the table. We want to have your opinions, your ideas. Like Alicia mentioned it, this is like a creative way for you to expand on your services. So if you are still interested, Maura sent last week an email with a link for our board application. So I really, this is my invitation to you to become a board member and apply for a position. It's just 2 years and we have really fun meetings and we discuss like really good topics and we are just like a big family. So I hope that you consider to apply for the board member. And as Maura mentioned it, just if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact any of us. We are here to help you and to help your organization.
All right, and with that, I think we are done. Anything else, girls, or anything? If not, again, any questions, if you want to become a member, if you want to become of the committee, let us know. Send us an email to enlacecharlotte@gmail.com or even message us in here on the Facebook Live, and we'll make sure we get back with you. Okay? So if that's it, we will see you next month. Bye, y'all.